It's Alliance Day. It's a big day.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boys coming at you live, playing an Alliance game as the Federations of Titans.
Drago and right in the Dreadnoughts today. Cabal and
Hacan.
Matt and Walt here. We are playing the two friendliest factions Twilight Imperium has to offer, the Mahact and the Nekro. That's right, we are here to spread joy and love to the galaxy, and by that I mean slavery and oppression for everyone who's not Mahact and Nekro.
I'm not trying to spread slavery and oppression in the galaxy. I'm Nekro, so I want to be friends with everybody while eating them for breakfast.
Ba-bomb, 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 ba-bomb.
Oh, can't stand it! Paul and
Zack. I am Empyrean.
and I'm Nomad.
this is a big game. We've been hyping this game for 3 weeks straight. We have a crazy map. It's called the cluster map.
The map, it's
Yeah.
insane.
Triple map.
Triple
map.
We're triple mapping.
The chaos is ready. The map is built. It's time to find out who will be speaker. We are rolling dice. Everybody roll. 7. 5.
3 separate clusters. Me and John are in 2 separate clusters connected by wormholes to a center cluster that has Mechatol Rex. This is nuts.
I landed in the thing, does that count?
Reroll.
Not going well.
That's the highest I've done. 10!
Ten!
That's the highest I've done! Hey!
Like, just the fact that you go through a rift and you have another map to go through is feels so much different than going through a rift and then just like, oh yeah, there's a planet of the rift.
I want to be friends with my neighbors, but I also want Hope's End, which is dead center in our cluster, and I'm just gonna take it over and maybe drop a space dock and a PDS and mechs everywhere.
When we were building the map, our plan was there's a good percentage chance that we're going to get next to one of the A-holes in the seating order. So we stacked up all the good stuff around the A-holes, and now we're nowhere near them.
Not even close.
It's a roll off.
Oh, we're going for low numbers first?
3, 2, 1.
Yuck.
13.
5.
Let's go.
Heavy hitters here today.
True.
Heavy hitters.
I think I'm at the nicer table. I say that with a quotes because we still have Nekro.
That's true.
I've got Hacan and Soul adjacent to me, so 2 blue factions, gonna make it super easy to pick up grav drive, sling relay.
I'm right next to Nekro. That's one thing that's making me a little
Oh, and I'm next to Mahact. So that's gonna be I'm Matt, and it's Matt. And Matt's probably gonna take my home system before the end of this game. He usually does.
Everybody's already got eyes on us. Nekro and Mahact are typically not nice factions to go against. People are kind of afraid of them, and rightfully so.
I don't want to really go near Nekro.
We're totally nice factions. We're here to be diplomatic and friendly, and we just want what's best for the universe, and what's best for the universe is what's best for us.
It's important to note that Mahact had to purge their alliance card from the game. And Nekro's literally the virus.
I think I'm going to be pushing on Nomad's borders.
On my side, it looks a little easier, but at the same time, I'm right next to Nate.
I'm definitely going to be beating up on the Empyrean because we're going to be competing over Atlas.
He's classically always had a scheme going whenever I'm next to him, so I'm a little bit like, all right, I gotta look over and make sure he's not trying to f me.
Not trying to stooge you.
Yeah, stooge, yeah.
I got to lock down that hole with the PDS, and I'm just going to pew, 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 pew,
There's
pew.
a lot of synergy between us two. If he carries a fighter, I get to gobble all the plastic in that fight too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
And we're gonna be printing money, taking ships, taking hearts, breaking hearts.
Eating plastic, building plastic,
Yeah, everything.
Got trade.
which
Second
is
pick.
always solid first round pick.
Nomad, you gotta do it.
Paul is already talking to him about helping with trade money getting pushed around.
Yeah.
I'm betting this. Let's just see if I'm right. He's gonna threaten you with like, well, then I'm not gonna wash your commodities and you're gonna have a hard time. And I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna wash them for him so I capture a dread, and then use that to get a dread upgrade for the objective.
2-unit upgrade technologies, which Walt can get for free.
We might not score round
That's
one.
fair.
We can at least score the public objectives.
They say it's all about the points, but really we just wanted our seats that we built towards.
Have units on the edge, which I think is also going to be really feasible for us, because I can lift one of his tokens.
I wanted to expand inwards towards Hope's End in my cluster as opposed to outwards on the edge of the galaxy. But that's okay. What I'll do instead is I'll just focus on trying to make those deals with my neighbors to pick up on their tech.
Primo for the points, but in terms of this,
Things are going to have to get a little awkward pretty quick because we're going to need other people's slices.
My secret objective is threaten enemies, so have one or more ships adjacent to somebody's home system.
Fight with precision right now.
Strengthened bonds, so that's, great, and I'll sandbag that.
Have 3 space docks on the game board. Fuel the war machine.
Unveil flagship.
Season icon, control legendary planet.
If I control it, I can give it to you, and then you can control a legendary planet.
Oh,
so
sick.
one of us has to control a legendary
Alright.
planet.
Well,
We're gonna
sounds
try.
a little bit better.
Yeah.
Sounds a little bit better.
We can do it.
Let's get out there and, just take over the galaxy with peace, love, and, the power of friendship.
If we played nice round 1, we'll probably keep playing nice, but if somebody breaks that, I don't think we'll be playing nice the whole time.
Yeah. But do we have a team name yet?
It's Titanic Stooges, Titanic Stoogery.
No, we can make it up right now, though.
Maybe Zol?
Zol is nope. Zol is good.
No,
Zol is good.
The Nomad Imperium Zol
Yeah.
Alliance.
Yeah. The Zol, that sounds like a faction for
It
sure.
does.
Dude,
Yeah.
Zol.
Zol.
Welcome to Team Zol.
This combo is working awesome.
Everybody at the table scored the perimeter objective, which was cool. We were all pretty friendly about it.
I scored my secret and public,
Yeah.
so we're up technically.
Because he
Zack
got
and
an
Empyrean.
Forge and he got the relic, a lot of relics.
Got Nano
Yep.
off the rip.
Took me and John's like every fiber of our being to not just take planets and score 3 edges. Like we both were like, oh, we do that. Oh, we do that. No, score. John talked me off that ledge. It was very nice.
I'm pretty happy with our first round. I don't
Yes.
know if it could have gotten
Yes.
any better.
Custodians, I don't think is really in the card.
John is set up to take Mechatol on the Alpha from Lodor through to the asteroid field. Mechatol, awesome, love it. This is beautiful.
Cabal and Hacan taking Mechatol.
I think they're going to take Mechatol, put a dock down there, and that's just going to be a problem for everyone. So hopefully they get a bunch of heat.
Keep Empyrean down because it's unfortunate, but
Somebody's got to be our stooge.
We can unite the table against them to kind of smack them down.
Cabal and Hacan are for sure taking it.
Yeah.
Kind of just worked out a deal. We'll get Hope's End.
Yeah.
We'll see how things progress endwards now that everybody's scored the outer rim.
I think we're gonna leave the B hole open so that way Nate and Joe, Titans and Soul, can get Malice.
Yeah.
You can get Mallet. Like we're just like, yo, yes, over there.
I don't know. Maybe we want Malice. It's all kind of up in the air.
I've been keeping my ear to the ground. Everybody's talking about their different paths for Mechatol or Malice, but nobody's really looking at Primer.
4 more structures. Not going to happen for either of us this round. So that really leaves the unit upgrades.
I got 7. I'm gonna pop it. I'm gonna get
your unit techs.
I can get 1 unit tech, and I think the unit tech I should get is the
Saturn engines
I'm probably going to get Crimson Legionnaire too. 'Cause
my engines move
already.
already pretty good, and I think what I need to get is the PDS2s.
I could get PDS too. That might be kind of fun.
Or should I go Saturn 2 and just start punching at people?
Carrier 2 this turn.
Carry 2.
Carrier 2 this turn.
I could go Fighter 2, Carrier 2. I can skip the prereq for it with my relic.
Did already start off with some beef with Nate, who's playing Titans.
Well, that's guaranteed.
Nate did a thing.
Oh, the extortion was brilliant.
I'd worked out a deal with my neighbor Hacan to do a little nibble and get gravity drive off them.
He was like, oh, cool, I got the hit.
Rolled and hit, so did Hacan, so I was losing my cruiser, but I'd already destroyed a unit.
Nate just out of nowhere, not incled in this all, just goes, I cancel the hit.
You're not doing that
Yeah.
unless I get a trade good.
You won't get the tech. And everyone goes, what?
Spicy. What up?
Like, that's absurd. And could really affect my game if you want to do that. Kind of threatened him.
Almost just basically destroyed Walt's chances of even playing the game.
I asked for trade goods. I know he was going to be hesitant about giving away the trade goods, so I was like, just hand over the relic. You have no use for it.
We ended up working it out where I just gave a green frag to my neighbor on my right, who is his alliance partner Joe, ended up getting him a relic, Scepter of Emilpar. So it played out pretty well for him.
That was about really the only thing that went off the way I planned it in my head was getting the relic.
A little frustrating for me to already get kind of bogged down in round 1 by that kind of stuff, but still scored, working on plastic, but it's really going to be about keeping these diplomatic relations flowing in my cluster and hopefully not getting stepped on by Titans for no reason. I don't know why I pulled aggro already, but we'll...
He's aggroing everyone. That's what he always does. Nate always will like, just sort of like prick you with a little needle every now and then. That's just the way he plays.
Yeah, this was a pretty big needle.
This is gonna happen the rest of the game. He's doing this to you. He's gonna do this to everybody else. Just that's the way Nate plays. We love him. We hate him. You know, he's here. I'm stooging for him. That's what I always do.
Big.
Well, I don't know if we're allowed to say that.
Big wing. Big wing.
Big elbowed him.
Big elbow.
Gave him the big elbow.
Big elbow.
It was
just
like
threw it on the table.
Yeah.
I was just like backing up, like
everybody.
I held up my end of this
It was
deal
so
with
good.
with Walt.
Joe was being really quiet over there. He was like,
I don't want this smoke on me right now.
Yeah. That's him. But he also didn't say anything, and we're all like,
No.
I never even saw it coming. This is why the team is here.
The team is here.
Stooging. I don't know what I'm doing yet. But
I'm the table menace, and then
I'm gonna try and band-aid those relationships.
some good cop, bad cop situations.
Absolutely.
Round 2, everybody. See you later.
Let's go get some lunch.
Yes, lunch and hopefully some more points.
Fingers crossed. Comment below what stooger you want to see next.
Yes. See you in the comments.
we got a confession to make.
Definitely put the beat down on Nate.
The Titanic Federation of Stoogery.
The Stoogery Soul Titans Federation Stoogery.
Thanks to my good alliance partner, Matt, we did get some vengeance against Titans
He
who...
hosed him down.
Oh! Simultaneous!
He was getting on our nerves, and we realized we could double activate, and I could steal Saturn Engine 2 from him in order to score the 2 unit upgrades objective and get Saturn Engine 2.
We're activating Atlas. Oh no! PDS comes out.
We did get Mechatol. Hey, we're sitting here. We got Mechatol.
Activate Mechatol Rex.
Mechatol Rex on the 4.
Hacan left his slice a little thin, little light.
I'm sorry, Dom. It's not personal. It's just good business.
I got one planet for free, and another planet I just knocked out an infantry, picked up anti-mass deflectors from it, just because why not?
Oh!
Is that the bad guy from
Anything on activation?
I had politics, and we topped Ixtian Artifact.
Hear ye, Ixtian Artifact! Ixtian Artifact, come on, baby, let's get some tech. 7!
Boom goes the dynamite. We got it.
Matt rolled a 7. That was
lit.
Ixtian was great. I was kind of a little bit behind on some of the techs I wanted to get.
I got Destroyer 2.
Psychoarchaeology
Yep.
and Fighter 2.
I have only 3 command tokens left in my reinforcements. I got 6 command tokens off Ixtian Artifact as Nekro.
Now we have structures and tech. And
Makeup.
he's scoring on the 8.
QDN is coming online this round, so it doesn't matter the speaker games they want to play.
You're thinking of getting a, what is it? Put it on the screen, you know what we're talking about. And then anybody that comes after you, which you have pretty much all your units in my system as well,
Yep.
has to give us a promissory now.
Yep.
Which is great.
New objective came out. Have flagship on the board.
The name of the game for this round is going to be to, just get the flagship on the board to score. And I want to start setting up some stuff near Mechatol so we can kind of move in and take that.
How are you doing on money gain?
I got $4 now.
He pulled trade, I pulled Diplo. We're gonna have a ton of money. We're gonna get our flagships out.
In some ways, it could be worse, but lose control of a planet in a home system which could be very interesting.
Win a combat in another player's home system.
Win a space combat with my flagship. So that goes hand in hand though with the public objective about having the flagship on the board. So hopefully this round I can get my flagship and win a combat. I kind of want to wait to get my flagship till I get my hero so I can just get it for free.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's not going to happen.
Stake your claim. So that's going to be an interesting one to get.
Fight with precision and then demonstrate power.
I can never trust Kevin when he's at the table as Cabal. He'll come and munch all your stuff, and then all of a sudden you have no carriers.
Was able to secure Nomad's cavalry, which his flagship has AFB on it. So that's why I did that, for no other reason but to have another ship get AFB.
Maybe I try and get the Nekro's support. You get Paul's.
I don't think that's gonna.
I think they'll say yes to that.
Titans and Soul did get Crown and Tomb, and they are alliance partners, so that swap is going to happen if it hasn't already, and that gives one of them a point pretty much free.
Matt and
The only
Walter.
one we really have to worry about
Matt and
is Matt.
Yeah.
Going into round 3, it's going to look like a very, very strong round for us.
This is a turn where we've got to flip the
We
script.
gotta politic. We gotta politic hard.
And we have to go into next round with the ability to start stooging.
You know, just get out there and keep punching Nate in the nuts. So that's the plan.
Wish us luck, and hopefully we don't come back crying.
So we're coming back here, 5 points gained between the two of us. Let's see.
Pretty good round 3. Before I really get into the details of that, I want to just rep Marathon real quick. It is in its alpha stage, really solid. Bungie's new extraction shooter. I'm working out some of the kinks right now, and it's a pretty fun game with really, really high potential.
What was not so good is Kevin kind of busting my balls and encroaching on my slice.
I scored Demonstrate My Power against Matt after first threatening it.
Threats, kind of planning to invade, take dock.
They realized, hey, we'll just cancel it. Mahact mech ability. Oh yeah, they have that. I'll get my token back. I'll just activate Primor and threaten it there. He then cancels it, gives me back my token, and then Walt dipload the system I was going to activate the first time. So I got him panicked, got him scurrying. It was great.
Just in general, be a pain in the ass, which he's really good at doing with Cabal, so that's something that I got to deal with.
Matt moved into the asteroid field, and I was like, okay, I got to get some blood here, Matt. And he understood. So I think we're okay. It's tenuous.
I'm obviously going to try to support my Mahact partner to get those command tokens on his sheet so he can get alliances, get those combat advantages with his flagship, and so on. Because he is getting threatened by Cabal, and Cabal is a dangerous foe.
Oh yeah.
I have Stellar Converter, and I have a Dreadnought next to that same system where there's a space stock and a PDS and some plastic, and they're not going to like me, but a man's got to eat.
Sports swap? With neighbors? Neighbors sports swap? All right!
My last secret to score is be neighbors with everybody, and I have that.
Unfortunately, we elected a law where everyone had to go down to 3 action cards, which sucks for me because, of course, my second secret objective I drew earlier was the discard 5.
Trade. I already got 2 trading units, so it makes sense.
Which is amazing.
I was thinking I hold on to this just in case somebody else does that to get a trade agreement out of it.
My boy here got QDN. However, Nekro also took QDN, and Walt, who's Nekro, is right to John's right. So the way QDN works, it's going to be a mess unless John is speaker.
Oh! I'm sorry, John. Is that deserving of rule? What? Sorry, John.
When are we? Is that nice?
Got QDN off Hacan, so now I get to play that QDN game with Hacan, and that's going to be super, super fun.
This is going to be one spicy round. I'm going to build War Suns, and if I could get like $1, so I can
Yeah.
The table's getting spicy. It's going into round 4. We've got people making moves.
Which one?
Maybe not right now.
Ooh.
Where's
Ooh.
that?
Where did it go?
The anomaly.
Oh, spice!
Give you a promissory note.
I went to Joe's. He had just a clear planet. What happened was...
Firing PDS on the system. Miss.
No.
Combat.
Do you want to declare a retreat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, one fighter.
Yeah, I'll cancel the hit.
That's the one.
Saturn engine.
Scoring a secret? Dead.
What is the score?
Win a combat in an anomaly.
Hey!
That's my partner.
Nate scored a secret objective by killing one of your ships.
Oh, yeah.
So after that happened, we thought we had the go ahead
He did that to me without telling me.
without telling him.
Yeah.
And then they got mad that we didn't communicate with them.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, we did not communicate with them.
No.
And we took a planet, but we were ready to compensate them.
Yeah.
But they were wanting a lot of compensation because they were going to use like an action card on us.
It's a lot of scheming, a lot of schemes.
Scary out there.
His action card was going to move the mech to the planet I was trying to land on. That would have definitely just stopped what I was doing. My mechs, the Empyrean mechs, is basically a Sabo, just used it. But I was about to lose a trade agreement and 3 trade grids for that.
Next round, I will attack.
five.
I'll attack. Round 5, I'll
We're
attack.
gonna be peaceful for one more round.
Yeah.
That said, we want to say, for not communicating first,
Yeah.
we are sorry.
We are, sir.
Yes. We apologize.
For sure.
Next time, we will communicate.
Yeah. It's just good practice.
Let it be known that Zal does not.
No. We're not that kind of player, right?
I would like to bring 2 dreads into there.
Right outside the
Oh, are you gonna bombard?
I am.
Yeah, okay.
I am a little worried about Nomad. Nomad's opposite corner from me in our cluster, and he's got a lot of plastic, and that's Paul. And Paul is very, very good about playing nice with everybody, seeming like he's everybody's friend, and then taking a home system.
I remember Kevin telling me a week ago, like, yeah, you're probably going to be the 14-point guy. I'm the 10-point, and
it's looking like it's the other way
it's
around.
looking like...
If we can hold Malice and Mechatol, we're gonna be in a good spot in the mid game. Hopefully, make a late game push.
We're not derping yet. No derps.
Not yet.
We're staying away from the derping. We might be stooging. We might be stooging.
This is actually probably the longest I've ever gone without doing something too dumb. So.
Yeah, we're like white knuckling that.
Good job.
The Titanic Federation of Stoogery.
Stooges, Titan of Soul, will not stand for this, and neither will the fans.
Nope. Get in the comments. Let us know that you are also outraged.
I'm Paul.
I'm Zack.
And we are.
Zog! Okay, that was sick. Yeah.
If you look at the scores, we've been keeping tempo. Things are looking good. I think we're both at like what, 8 points?
It's a close game.
So
Very close game.
that was a lot of spice.
I did get into some QDN shenanigans with Hacan.
QDN went off.
Hacan's back. They're kind of low scoring right now with 6 points, and they needed Imperial, and I pulled Imperial to try to force their hand.
Walt tried to extort like getting 8. And like was like, I'm gonna take 8 and make you take it from me, and you give me what I want. And it's like, no, we'll just wait to get it later.
They waffled and were like, we'll get it next round because their alliance partner has politics.
I took politics.
I took trade.
Yeah, so we're just gonna get a ton of money, and I'm gonna make him speaker, and then he'll get 8 next round.
We'll see how that plays out for them. The QDN game can still happen.
You're actually the 14, and I'm the 10. Yeah.
There might be a Mechatol play, but I mean, it's
gonna be tough.
I don't know if it's even going to be feasible.
I might have to take Mechatol from Titans and Soul.
We do have a plan where maybe we can take Mechatol and I can get Imperial off.
We have the concepts of a plan.
We have a concept of a plan.
We have a concept of
a plan. We're the contemplative stage of a plan. It's gonna be tough because Titans is on Mechatol, Titans is my support partner. So Mahact is going to have to push for Mechatol by himself. He'll take it, hopefully, fingers crossed, with no shenanigans.
I am activating the Wormhole Nexus.
My buddy here scored his units in a wormhole nexus.
I'll join you.
To be honest, that wasn't part
Touch
of the plan.
tips.
A lot of shit went down, and I think we came out looking like kind of okay. In terms of a lot of aggressions not pointed at us.
I made a deal with Nate, which is Soul and Titans, to park ships over the wormhole nexus, and that promise was I would play Warfare and use Stellar Converter against Walt.
As promised in a deal to my Titans and Soul brother for a deal promised earlier in the day, hours, days, whatever, I'm lost galaxies ago. I am Stellar Convertering Ernie.
Kevin with Cabal stellar converted one of my space docks for part of some deal with my support partner earlier. I'm still not sure why that was the thing.
My space dock is gone! No! Sorry, Nekro. No! Sorry, Mahact.
We were able to get rid of that space dock, so that plan went off without a hitch.
I was not.
I don't care. I also wish I could capture dogs. That'd be savage. That would be disgusting.
I didn't want the heat, so I waited till the very end of the round, and then as soon as the round was over, I pushed all heat over to Nate, so people don't actually hate me for it, they hate Nate for it, so that's pretty cool.
Honestly, I wanted a big Diplo, just in case the Warson's next to me. I could.
We have War Sons. Not we.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have 2 Warsons right next to me.
I'm gonna play at flank speed.
There's too many Sabos out there.
I mean, we flushed them out,
We
though.
completely forgot about the mech that could cancel it as well.
Even then, I think they might have forgotten about the mech too, but we flushed out a lot of Sabos.
Anybody want to settle with Square.
Zach, you want to settle
Yeah, sure.
Kill a mech, bro.
I like the idea of like maybe blocking them out before I pop 6 so they can't build.
Yeah.
I don't think he's looking at me anymore. I don't know what he's looking at, but
I don't think we ever knew it.
Blocking them out so they are less inclined to attack us to destroy our structures.
We'll see.
Speaking of Nate, I got extorted the Nikes out of.
But I don't have a lot of stalls. I just have what the tokens I have. I do have 3 tokens, but I don't have.
I mean, that's more than Zack.
Yeah.
He's got like 1, I think, and then he's got his strategy card.
In order to score a point, I had to give him my trade agreement and 4 trade goods.
We got to get Nate more points.
Nate, what are you doing?
Activate here. And
Getting that sleeper token. Wait, do you have any PDSs left?
Let me check.
One planet from it and haven't taken the other planet this whole time. I was like, what is this?
What are you doing? The secret vault?
The War Suns open up?
What? This guy's storing PDSs in a vault. What the heck?
My 2 objective is having 5 structures outside of your home system. Right now we both have 4 because we have been
really building up. Oh
really
yeah.
building up the
Oh
structures.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
also
you
about to
should
have
definitely get
PDS 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be really nice, especially over on my slice. You're staggered.
Yep.
That'll be really
It's
nice.
gonna be very good.
My support partner, I'm so sorry. Oh no! You told me you would never do this.
Move him down.
Right? I mean, for right now, I guess I'm sure there's some kind of agreement here, but.
Let's betray a friend.
Wait, you're getting a.
Are you still
Point?
friends if you lose the support?
Yeah.
Betray a friend with my support partner Zack, and then he gave it back. That pissed off everybody.
I need to score a secret. Okay. Which means I kind of want to go here. I'm not going to land any ships at all. But I kind of need to go there. Is there a way that we can, like, do
I mean,
this?
are you offering anything?
Yeah. I mean,
What are you bringing?
I'll pay for 2 dreads.
Paul came back and like scored with me, and then like was like, "You still owe me," and I was like, "You got a point too," and I gave back his support, and he was like, "Ah."
And what'd you score? No way, Nate.
Well, I did not score anything yet.
Oh, it's on the next one.
We'll see.
Maybe
Still
not.
bad.
5.
I think it's a minus
Got my
1
hit!
because 1 dice fell off.
I have scored all my secrets.
Yeah. Same here.
He has scored all of his secrets. So we're at, pretty good.
Got
I'm
extorted
hoping,
out of it.
Yeah.
But we did it.
I got the Obsidian Relic, and so now I can have 4 objectives, or secret objectives. So scored 1, so I still have 3. And then, of course, I'm all excited. I'm like, yes!
Oh yeah. And then
Let me draw one! Let me draw one! And I get the freaking
5 action
discard
cards
5 again for the second time in the same game, where we have a law now that you can't have more than 3, so
Yeah,
unless someone
that sucks.
repeals that law,
Yeah, that's trash.
I'm like,
Impersonation.
impersonation,
He
spend
can
3 and
get
4s,
another.
so
He can get another secret.
I'm probably gonna play that this round and
Yeah.
rotate out that.
Cabal hero time's probably gonna do nothing, but let's do it. All right, Paul, get over here and roll some dice. I'll start with you. 1 dice for the carrier. Cruiser here.
Cruiser.
1, 2, or 3 a dice.
2 or 3.
Boom! That's 1. Let's go. Damn.
That's my team name.
Dread.
I keep leaving where the
Destroyer.
fucking dice are at. Who else is rolling? Hold on.
Damn.
The worst.
Carrier.
Please, God.
Oh! It bounced off the card. Dread. Hey! Put him a 2 things. Let's go.
Pop My Hero got 2 ships. Best Cabal hero I've ever seen.
2 things. Average Cabal hero.
Dead World has been pulled from DET, so Shard Shard is out of the question at this point, I think.
I got 2 clears, so it's another relic. I'm saving it for now.
Saving it. Why?
Because we don't want Shard and to be a target.
Unless somebody pulls it, so that's kind of usually my my sort of saving grace with Mahact is somebody pulls Shard, and I just mug them, like a seagull, on a bright, July day, just mobbing a 6-year-old who's got like a little cone of French fries. That's what I do as Mahact when Shard comes out. Shard has not come out.
If we can get you to 13 and then you pop it, then we win.
I think there's one more, and that could be Shard, and that would be like an 11th hour, last minute, desperate attempt.
Should I bring it from here? Are we like scared about people coming into here?
I'm locked, and
Yeah, you're locked down.
Mahact has a cruiser.
Mahact has a cruiser.
I've got a cruiser.
It's fine.
I'm not trying to beef with you though.
Oh, we're chill.
Alright.
We also still have Terraform, which we got round 1 and never used.
Yeah, I kind of keep forgetting about it.
Honestly, I don't know if we're going to win this game, but we're pissing people off along the way and we're having fun.
Fingers crossed, folks.
Yes.
We need your
The end
good
is
rolls.
nigh.
The end is so nigh.
All right, everybody, I'm going to go to bed. We'll see you all in the morning. Just let yourself out over there. That's the door. And I'll be back tomorrow.
Not going to talk about shit at all.
All right, let's get the garage ready for day 2. Wait. Guys, what the... This morning, I walk in, and everybody's just on the ground.
Guys, what the hell?
Sleeping on the treadmill, using 2 chairs, and I'm like, what happened?
Did you... what the... what?
Some of us slept here.
We slept here.
Oh yeah.
John, you were supposed to help everyone get out.
The last thing I do remember is Kevin saying goodnight to everyone and just let yourselves out. And I just start nodding off, doing the whole head bobbing thing. And next thing you know, I'm waking up at like 4 in the morning to go to the bathroom. And everyone's on the floor. I'm like tiptoeing over Nate and Matt. And it was just like, all right, I guess this is happening.
We all just slept here?
I looked at the time and I'm like, well, there's no point in going home now. Like,
Didn't get that much sleep.
Time is construct. And I'm a space-time traveler as a nomad, so...
That is true. That is true.
Understand where I'm at or what I'm doing.
Usual for a Sunday morning, although this is Twilight Imperium focus rather than how much did I drink last night focus, so a little bit of a change up.
Oh, where am I?
Someone was snoring. That was crazy.
I feel like we just woke up.
No one trusted anybody to leave the board.
Can't leave the board.
My boy locked it down for our team.
Can't let people scheme and plot their way to victory.
Our enemies are plotting our downfall.
Well, let's just get right back into it.
We're junkies to the day we die. That's what this is.
I spent at least an hour dreaming last night of scenarios and just fights above.
Above our systems. Matt? Walt.
Okay, I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to Benedict into there.
Ooh.
Made a play for Mechatol. Was looking at the board state. Looked like we could just scrape together just enough to maybe take it.
Try to come take Mechatol from the Titanic Federation of Stoogery.
Benediction! Whoa! The Gene Sorcerer!
Talk about spice.
Oh, and it's all units or all your units? Because my cruisers would come too.
Oh that's right.
Yeah.
All units. Burned Benediction to try and get Mechatol, take it out of Nate and Joe's hands.
9.
We'll take something.
Yeah.
Hits. And then rolling for the
Dreads.
1, 2, 3, 4
On a
5.
Okay.
You would have had it activate this.
No hits.
They won the space combat, so we're gonna end the turn, right, Matt?
Nope. B-roll master plan.
Whoa!
And that just didn't end up panning out.
Boys held him off.
Absolutely not.
did our damnedest to knock him off.
Rough.
Big bummer.
But we held it.
Held him off.
Soul and Titan on the ground is terrifying.
So Nate is attacking me for no reason.
This is pretty obvious what you're doing.
What's happening?
I'm intercepting him. He's not announcing retreat.
An important preemptive strike to limit our enemies. My man here lost his support because we knew what was happening.
Hannibal was at the gates, and
He didn't lose a single elephant over the Alps, so we were coming hard.
Unless we're able to really kind of figure something out, I mean, it's kind of looking somewhat grim.
I'm gonna let my war son sit where it is. Matt will be paranoid enough where he'll build up his home system in fear of it, and then the only one I could see crazy enough to attack a war son would be maybe Kevin.
The theme of the round is derping for our team.
I'm starting to rub off on Kevin.
I noticed John could get that if he builds one more structure, and then we move all of his docks out of his home system to get docks outside of his home system. You know, John has become a martyr. We made a deal with Walt that John would trade a planet to Walt. So then he would score become a martyr off trading his planet, then just activate his home system, and then retake it by just moving a guy and placing him down. We messed up that timing because John built it home first. He used his hero, did a really good build. It was a huge build. 9 pieces of plastic with Hacan with my +2. It was awesome. And then we're getting to the thing, and I'm like, oh crap, you're locked down. You can't even go back in to get the planet.
His support partner took 8.
The plan is we have to take Mechatol Rex.
If they try to take Mechatol from us, that's why I gotta get my second war son. My second war son. To Mechatol with
Peasants.
with my 9 fighters
With their 0 war sons, 0.
It is light right now, and I don't think people are going to be defending it as much because they don't need it as much as we do.
The one that I need to score is hold Mechatol. So I think I'm going to move my war son. I don't think anybody's going to preemptively attack my war son. I think we're the only crazy ones enough to try and pull that off.
I then have to score 5 structures, and then my secret, a fight with precision. That's 3. And I'm at 8.
We're both at 9 points. There's 2 2-pointers on the board now, so if we score this round and then score next round, that's only 13 points. So the 14th point needs to come from somewhere.
You score the 5 structures outside of home.
Yeah.
That's 2 plus Mechatol 3. And then we work on getting you attachments by the end of the round. That's 2 more points. That's 5. Unveil flagship, 6. Become a martyr, 7. And you're at 7 right now, aren't you? That's 14.
I say we both try and get to 14.
That's not happening.
No one's looking at us because we derp so hard.
Not a lot of it directed in our direction at all, which I really like. I don't know why or how, but we're kind of flying under the radar.
No one's looking at us. They're all looking at each other, just like.
And no one's doing this. No one's doing this. Except us. We're doing this to ourselves.
Might be a building round unless it's really looking like Joe and Nate are going to be able to win this round, which they could.
We're not going to win this round.
Yeah.
Whereas Joe and Nate can win this round.
We've got a shot.
I've been staring at the board, just letting it sink in, and I think I have a plan.
3 attachments.
Yeah.
They have 3 between the 2 of them.
You took construction.
Yeah.
I have Diplo. That's pretty strong. If you put a War Sun or a space dock over Atlas, even if you have to scuttle the one that's right next door,
It'll be okay.
you put it there, and then that way you're free to build there. That protects that attachment, and then the only other attachment is to worry about is Atlas.
And Zack attack. I mean, the one next to my home system, but I can figure that one out.
We definitely need it to go another round, and that might take a little bit more aggression from me to my left at Nate.
Keep the jackals away.
Yeah.
Keep the jackals at bay.
I have 11 right now. 14 is possible, but I will need a secret that I can score this round. And there's no guarantee that's going to happen.
I think I have to do some pretty nasty things in order to prevent Joe and Nate from winning.
First things first, we're gonna roll for the rift.
Ooh, Rift.
Also, he paid me
Wait,
for
what are you rifting? Do you want to buy a Crucible?
For how much? Gonna get $2.
Let's finish this coffee. Let's finish waking up, and
Put our sleeping bags away.
hopefully it's early days and they can't. They'll be derping. It's too early for them. They can't handle the fatigue.
This is true.
This is a Mechatol play. That's an expensive.
Yeah, that's
But he doesn't have 8, and he's not getting 8.
Yep.
I'm down with that.
I'm coming for you. Right now, our biggest threats are Zack and Paul, as always.
And our biggest stooges are coffee and fatigue.
There's a long bathroom line.
I'm gonna throw out all the toilet paper.
The mind games start now.
Stay tuned. Junkies Life. It's your boys, the guys that were derping last night. But guess what? Sometimes when you derp a lot, you end up on top.
Shot in the dark, we gotta do it. Nate, that's a little too long. We gotta go now.
Well,
Oh, the sun.
Had the win.
It got taken.
I'm going to be playing the cavalry.
Christ of a Messiah. From all our planets.
Been a good game.
It's been a good game, yeah, for sure, for sure.
I've had a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
Do you care?
Can I pay you not to do that?
yeah. Yeah.
$1?
Oh, well, I'll pay you 2 not to. Just keep doing your thing. It's only
I was raised to 3.
People are shocked
They're gonna be
at
killing for you.
what you just did this past round.
That system. And I'm gonna move my flagship.
Oh, is this winning combat with the flagship?
John got to 13.
I transit dioded a mech onto my home system planet, and I would like to propose a trade to Walt.
I'm scared. I'd like you to take my home.
What?
Don't mind if I do. That doesn't sound like a trap. I don't know what the f does.
Give me the planet,
John. Cam Dorn scores me, become a martyr, lose control of a planet in a home system.
Very expected. No one saw that coming.
Kevin and John, if it gets to the 1, they just win.
I activated my home system, and I basically picked up and dropped and reclaimed my home system. So now I control all 3 again.
John is 1 point away from winning the game.
And he has the 2 unit upgrades. So no matter what, if it goes to scoring on status phase, John wins.
We don't need to hold planets. We don't need to hold anything. We just need to be alive in the status phase.
Mahact, Matt picked 8, and I really didn't know why he was doing that. Then I started looking. Matt and Walt are poised to try to take Mechatol, because that's their win. That's the only way they win.
You're going to leave everything on Mechatol because we want to make sure Matt loses support if he activates the system.
Walt has fleet logistics and Dominus Orb. He's on the 7.
They're going to try to take Mechatol and then pop 8.
His first action, he's going to move as much as he can, max everything to the alpha. And then he gets a second action and he takes Mechatol, hopefully, and then uses predictive intelligence to give Mechatol and attachment planets back over to me, and then I get to score that on the 8.
He's at 11. Yep. Then that's the win.
That will put me at 14 points, and that will give us the win.
I activate along with my partner, Mechatol Rex.
Let's get ready to rumble! If they reinforce, we might be f***ed. We'll see.
Getting this destroyer from Kevin's home system, and I'm trying to go through 3 gravity rifts to get to Mechatol.
Because
Roll 1 to leave my home system.
Why not?
Roll 1.
On a 1, 2, or 3, it's dead.
1!
Tank down on Mechatol. I'll bring some of your troops as well.
Yeah, you need to bring some of mine.
We're just keeping everything there and hope nobody takes us off, because I need to stress to everybody, like, you're just letting Matt come in to win if you come kick us off first.
If there's an action phase secret for either Joe or John, that's game. They're both at 13,
Yep.
partners are at 10, and we all get to go home.
We have to get an action phase secret for you. That's really it. That's it. That's our only path, is to get an action phase secret.
If not, there is a very, very good chance we can pull this off. They don't have enough units there. I've got War Sons, I've got Dread 2s.
Agenda phase was spicy. We almost had mutiny.
Mutiny for each player that voted for gains 1 victory point. Against each player that voted for loses 1 victory point.
Joe is ahead of John. Joe would have won in scoring order, so we had to go against on mutiny.
Elected player gains 1 relic.
Got him another relic.
Yep.
Oh.
Woo! Shards in the deck!
Was not shard though. Nice thing is, we still have 3 relic fragments that we're gonna pop to try and get shard. That's our win.
If they draw shard during the round, we could go take shard.
Lock this up before they pull a shard or something.
We have pulled the most relics this game, I believe.
Yeah, for sure.
It hurts to have gotten so close.
I will say, I think we have a better chance of winning now than Nate and Joe.
Gotten so conspired against.
Yeah, 2v6? 2v6?
We were holding them off.
2v6 them for about 2-3 rounds.
You are a snake, sir. As told by my future father.
the active player, right?
Who is we?
That's a juicy,
But no
juicy egg.
PDS too, right?
Good cop, bad cop routine has been impeccable from start to finish.
It's like, it's our only way to stay in the game is to throw some salt. I think
I think we finally ran out of salt.
we're drinking poison to stay alive.
Nothing but pepper.
We'll-
It's a long shot.
If
But
we
we're gonna
take,
send it.
yeah, but like we gotta. It's all hands on deck at this point.
Stay tuned. Hopefully we're sitting here with the dub.
We got a shark to pull.
Wish us luck.
Have a good
Wish
one.
us luck.
The Titanic Federation of Stoogery signing off.
Been a long couple days, but we're gonna try. Activate Mechatol X. Ooh. With fleet logistics, wins games. Maybe. We'll see.
With his partner, with the 8.
With the 8.
Right after the 7 for the win.
The Nekro Mahact Alliance takes it. Well done, Walt. Well done.
Hell yeah.
Mahact and Nekro Alliance has successfully taken it.
What a game.
What a mighty good game.
Your boys are pretty salty.
We got very, very close, and it was definitely possible.
7 to 8, they were able to get it done.
A lot happens between 1 and 7.
A lot happens. Like, yeah, we were sweating bullets. Like, Nate signal jammed us. Nate played signal jamming in Mechatol, but that didn't matter. Fortunately or unfortunately, I was playing Mahact, so I could lift that token.
I moved a bunch of stuff from my home system into the alpha wormhole, just 2 tiles away,
Then I pop tech.
in order for Matt to remove my token from Mechatol that was signal jammed there.
Walt and Matt pulled off a great move with Matt's agent to lift Walt's token.
He then used Dominus Orbital Logistics to go in.
Beefed up my fleet to 9 by researching double tech as Nekro.
Oh, that's why we did it. Oh, that was one of the biggest fleets I think I've ever seen in this game. That was a deadly fleet.
9 ships with 3 dreads, a war sun, like 3 cruisers, all of my mechs which were hitting on 4s, the Alistor, which allowed my mechs to hit in the air as well.
To then move up and take Mechatol Rex, carrying just one lone mech from Matt, and just brought him down to the planet. Nekro just carrying their Mahact Gene Sorcerer Overlords and gifting them Mechatol.
Landing, giving it to me. I was immediately after him. Was able to pop 8.
Dude, honestly, I love that into the game.
The stars aligned. We had the plastic. We had what we needed to get it done.
Winning on a big space battle over Mechatol is a great way to end an alliance game.
Exciting.
The table didn't see that we had a way to do it fully. Like they knew we were going for Mechatol, but they didn't fully see how locked in we were on being able to do that, and the amount of stuff that we could bring, and the flexibility of being able to get there.
I was resting more on that Matt could not activate Mechatol without losing his support.
I did have a parlay, however, that I could have traded with John using my faction ability to trade in the middle of the round to give John parlay. However, the caveat was that we would have needed, as the number 2 scorer, needed to take John's home system so that way he doesn't score on the 1.
Literally everybody was saying, I don't think I can take John's home system. Everyone was saying, that felt pretty good, I'm sure.
I know. I was like... And we decided, instead of windslaying, that we'd, not have anything to do with it because there was no way that I could have taken John's home system.
And then at the end we find out that Matt actually had Nav Suite and Exploration Pro. Paul and Zack were hunting for those the whole game for the DTs, and they withheld that. And Paul was like, well, hell, had I known that, I would have just given him parlay.
But if Joe and Kevin didn't win, then I think we had a really good chance of winning.
Yeah, that's a lot of just like goofy stooging and not really playing.
The amount of stoogery for the other teams that had the eventual wins.
You cannot be in first place going into the last 2 rounds because everybody will team up to take you down and then refuse to.
I mean, it felt like that the whole game.
At one peak, I had 40 resources worth of plastic and captured.
Kevin getting my war sons and capturing all my ships and not using them, just keeping them from me.
Just to do it.
I held Nate's war son the whole time. I had to check to make sure he didn't have any more PDS inside.
Kept my cruisers, kept my war son, wouldn't let me build. Yeah, that was pretty rough.
It was a very, very close game where at any moment it was anyone's game.
Would not have pulled the shard.
Nope. Guess where it was? Right at the bottom of the deck.
I wish there was more ways for you guys to see how much we did go through to.
You're playing TI, you know the salt is real.
Yeah.
You know if you've...
Get in the comments, leave us your saltiest comments.
Long story short is, if you're in an alliance game, and you have an option to ban, ban Mahact, ban Nekro.
Cabal Hacan combo. That was fun.
Federation of Titanic Stoogery.
We didn't do much stooging.
We did early stooging.
We did early extorting.
A lot of extortion with a smile.
We're a good team. We're definitely going to do this again.
Yes.
Teams All is in there.
Congrats, Walt.
Yeah, congrats,
Matt.
I guess.
Technically, you guys played a game.
Shout out to the whole table. A great group of people to play with the exception of Nate, of course.
You guys showed up and you rolled dice.
Always a thorn on everyone's side.
Nate's very aggressive. Yeah. I'm less aggressive. I'm not asking for as much.
No one's really glad to see him at the table. We just keep inviting him because I don't know. I think he's somebody's friend here. I don't know who's. No, I'm just kidding. We love Nate.
You can learn a lot by sitting next to Nate, for sure. You can learn a lot.
A lot about human nature.
He adds a certain spice and flavor to the game that would just be missing without him.
Yep. I kind of said something like, maybe if I want to, and Nate goes like, I like how the good cop, bad cop changes each round.
My voice is going. I'm real hungry.
I can't feel my feet. I hope you guys can sleep. Boo.
Great game. 10 out of 10.
2 days, a slumber party. It was a great time.
A broken Smirnoff ice bottle.
Once again, congratulations.
Matt, Walt, love you guys.
Comment below what you think we should get for lunch.
Let us know. We'll go back and check.